Hello and welcome. I apologise for the lateness, guys. I basically, for Christmas, I've asked for a new computer chair, and it turned up today, and apparently there was no room to store it, let alone try and, wrap it up for Christmas and that. So, I've kind of just had to build it, and I thought, right, half an hour, because I got sort of given it at 8 o'clock, and thought, right, half an hour. If I delay the stream by half an hour, I thought that should be enough time to put a chair together, right? I mean, 5-minute job. Well, 5-minute job. Famous last words. 5-minute job is never a 5-minute job. So again, I apologise for the delay, guys. I hope you are all well. Tonight, of course, is Mountain Blade Warband. So let's jump into that. Crikey, I'm so disorganised. I do apologise. Gone all a little pear-shaped this evening. Now, who can remember what we got up to last time? Now, I remember we had our second ship put on order. We're still waiting for the assembly. We've got to make all the lords like us. We've got 27 men, so we're still doing raiding by the looks of things. Let's promote him to bowman. I've leveled up. So hello, we've got Psychotic UK, Cats, Ramses and Sixie all on the channel. You guys have had a good, what day is it, Tuesday? Okay, so we've got 2 skill points. I'm not going to put anything into Seeking just yet, just because I've only got 2 bows. Well, I got 1 bow and 1 on the way. What we got? Power throw. Oh, It's ice cream cones today, is it? Trainer. Company and tactics. I want a cookie. Wound treatment. Bye. Nope. Which one is the one that I want? Surgery. I've already maxed it out. So let's go for persuasion. Oh dear. Brand new computer chair. After getting used to the other one for about 20,000 years. I've got to try and get this one figured out how do I want it. So where are we? We've got... I think we're just going to do some pillaging, really. Add up a bit, because I can't see how much money... Ooh, yes, we need to pillage. I haven't got any money. So let's do that. A little bit worried about the bird. He had a bit of a tumble earlier. So you'll probably find the bird won't yell at me at all this evening. Because he's a bit of shock, I think. That's right, I usually turn that off, don't I, because it interferes with loading screens. So let's sail from the port. And let's go be Vikings and raid England, because, the English, they kind of deserve it. We got Domok. Where else have we got? Good Luck has been recently raided. Why, what did you do, Ramses? What have you done? Right, let's go down to Domok. And then I think we'll try and be brave and raid Dunham North. I've actually never played Spore. Is it any good? I kind of just had one look at it, started as a kid's game. No disrespect, obviously, but it just kind of... it didn't look like my game. But is it anything like Black and White, if you've heard of that one? I tried to get into Black and White, but I didn't ever get as far as the tutorial and gave up. This is a dirty as well. So disorganised. I was all ready and everything, and then something came up. Okay, so we want... Are you allowed to post your Facebook name? Well, you don't need to ask me for permission. You're your own lady. And don't you know it. The only thing is if it's got a link, I'll just need to give you permission to post the link, otherwise Walla Walla Bot will delete it. Here we go, guys. Let's go give the Christians a very warm Viking welcome. I think that's all it's going to be today. While we're waiting for our ship to get ready and things, it's just going to be a lot of raiding and pillaging and repeating. Ah, now I have your Facebook. Oh, I've got bowmen with me. Darn it, I don't like taking bowmen on my raids in case they all die. Picture of a cat. Don't you mean Makote? Sixie's really a cat girl. Although I believe, I might be wrong, but weren't Mithra an Egyptian creation? I probably wouldn't have your phone number. My phone, I lost all the numbers on my phone ages ago. I didn't bother to get any numbers back. Oh, I've got no spears or bow. What's going on? I sell them. Okay, let's take these monks as guests. Blonde lass. Well, I can assure you that she definitely acts blonde. Oh, I'm sorry, that's mean. Oh, she's gone AFK, so by the time the live feed broadcasts to Twitch, I'll be safe. Unless you guys choose to repeat my words, and then I'll be sad and in trouble. Okay, take an action. Let's loot and burn the village. Ugh. Right, so let's see if we can remember these commands. F2, F4, right, cats? Everybody stand closer. That's about right. Archers. Oh, I've got one archer. You can stay where it is. Everybody can stay where you... Oh, hang on a minute. Archer, I want you to take 10 steps back. Whoever that is in the front, take 10 steps back. Archer, take another 10 steps back. I think I'll... they're coming this way by the looks of it. I'll try and tank the lot these guys. I think I may end up just advancing with the assembly. Just I kind of wanted to try and win the trial. Wait, wasn't there a cave I had to investigate? I know we've spoke about the cave, but I can't remember whether, as in my character spoke about it. I don't know whether I can go there or not, or whether my character only knows about it and the quest actually triggers later on. To look into that. Ah, blocked. I only wonder actually what if he had a sort of combat like of some sort, as an enhanced combat to Crusader Kings. What that would be like. Whether it be taken away from it all, or whether it be added to it in the way of features. The blonde, I think, or brunette. Dyed your hair blonde. Well, that's very fitting. Sixty knows I'm only joking. Lots of XP for me. Not so much for my men. But at least my men are living, so if I end up encountering some enemies. You find what highly annoying? Me being... me teasing you? Or the blonde hair? There we go. So now we can safely under the village and raise it.
That's a nice head you have on your shoulders.
Oh, go away. Did anyone see how many men they had? I was looking at the other screen. You have 26 troops fit for battle against their 9. They're really threatening my head with 9 men. Well, they are Danish Vikings. Oh, that's the point. I wanted to check all my emails and things before I streamed. But then I had to postpone my stream. Oh dear, I've probably got important messages. Never mind. If it's very important, it can wait. Oh wait, why am I holding them? These aren't peasants. These are Vikings. Ow. Ah, you got told off. Give me 2 seconds to finish this, and I'll give you permission. Unless Kitsy... No, Kitsy isn't. Oh, I ain't got my overlay. Yes, I have. There you go. You have 300 seconds. There you go. So you were victorious. We gain 8 morale and 2 renown. Are they going to come my way? I think they are. We're going to end up battling another one. I think we're going to get another... No, they're running away. Okay, let's focus. Let's watch the area. Make sure no one... Oh, we've got a party running at us. We get 150 pennings, 2 morale. Party. And we get, of course... Ooh, wine. We got a ton of wine. Oh, no. Can't take any bread. Mind. We'll have to make do. What I will do though is kill a cow, a moo cow. Not moo though. I wouldn't kill moo. And whatever's less than 120. Actually, I'm going to keep the smoked fish because my men... Oh, I've got plenty of smoked fish. Oh, nope. Fill up the rest, like so. Run, 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 run. Where's my ships? There they are. Quick, run. 5.2, 4.8, run! The Vikings are attacking travellers. Do we help them? No, they're about to die. Okay. So let's head back to Ribe and we will sell our ill-gotten gains. Uh-oh. I was looking at the wrong bloody screen again. Gotta stop this. They got 35. Okay, this is gonna go pear-shaped. Maybe we can run away. Like the brave warriors we are. And I didn't expect to hear from you this evening, mate. I'll still be a bit upset. Bless him. Can we outrun the Vikings? Are you sure you want to retreat? Yes. Continue. No, I don't want to. Oh, alright then, I guess we got to. I guess we got to. I was kind of hoping to avoid it, but I think we're going to get slaughtered and lose all our loot. Damn Vikings! Poor Count's Cheeky. Cheeky's higher rank than a Count. He's like Duke or something. Ah! I'm actually scared. Let's just... Guys, can you just let me go through this way so you can... Viking stuff! Rah! So you're going to demote Cheeky just so it has a ring to it. I mean, I can see what you're getting at. But you're going to demote him. Come on, ship. I want to jump, but there's a bit of a gap there. I don't want to fall in the sea. I don't really want to live with SpongeBob. I think we're winning. Solving, you beauty. Come on, lower your shield. Damn Vikings. There we go. So what are our casualties? 8 killed or seriously wounded, 10 minor wounded. I think we got away pretty lucky. Veteran slave hunter. Slaver chief. I'll hire the slaver chief. Actually, I'll hire them as well. Actually, do you know what? I'll take... just because numbers. Okay, so we're going to share the loot. No, we're not. I ain't got any room, so I'm going to leave all the loot for my men. They get no morale. I left them all the loot. Well, Ramses, as long as they're not embarrassing photos, you've probably got nothing to worry about. I mean, on the positive side, you could have sent them to a gamer, and they can reply, "Oh, cool pics," and then, you know, get a really good friendship out of it. Oh, just passed the ship, but I didn't see what it was. What did you miss? You've missed a lot, cats. I'm not exchanging loots. Ramses and Sixie are, apparently. I'm just watching chat. I'm not paying attention to the game. Alright, let's sell some stuffs. Right. Day old beef. Right. Ooh, we got fresh beef up there. Sell all the meat just because. Keep the dried meat, we'll keep the fish. Sell the ale. Sell. Actually, let's just start selling. So don't go over 4.8k. Should be golden. Do I need timber? Can't remember if I need timber or not. Or tools. So I'm going to buy those tools and that timber. I honestly can't remember if I do. Worst case scenario, I sell them back. Been a while since I actually played this, so I can't really remember a lot. Refuge. Nope, wrong button. Refuge hall. Haha, that's not a tail. Oh dear. Keep it clean, guys. I got plenty of tools, so I probably did need the lumber. Troll's axe. That's Katz's, that is. We're saving it just for him. I can use my bow. That's why I got rid of my spear. Okay, so it was 6,000. $27 man. Way to Norse companion. Ah, Solvig. Yes, handsome. I mean, warlord. Ah, call me handsome. I don't mind. My character doesn't like it, but you know. Right, let's have a look at our skills. Definitely wants another one in strength. And I will probably go for power strike, I reckon. And one. You can have one in iron flesh as well. Go. Right, so Brunhild, you need to go to the bottom, even though we still don't have enough people. Still turn up in battle. Now you guys usually hear quite often from my variety of different streams. When my Crusader Kings current playthrough ends, I will be starting another one. And I'll be taking suggestions from, you know, what character to start and what our goal will be. So that gives you something to think about. Kind of unsure what to order there. Ah, I wanted to see what quests we've got. I want to know if I can find. There's that book thing or something, or that letter. Okay. So it is 30. At least 15, but 30 relation points with the lords. Ah, there it is. A most important letter. The portmaster from Ribe gave you the location of Odin's cave near Hordaland. Go there to recover Bodo's letter. So let's go there. Let's do that. We might as well do a quest. Oh, it's up in friendly territory. Oh, it's up by Odin's cave. Ah, up there earlier. It's all good. Well, we'll wait until early morning, and then we'll take our ships. Due to the bad word the clergyman spread about you, your relationship with the kingdom of Warband declines. Surprised. Ah, we have slaves to sell. Monks. Yeah, I want to collect the bounties on criminals I've collected. Here's some monks. There's your bounty. Now me and the lads are going to hunt down more criminals. Good luck with that. There we go. Dawn. I do like the Norse gods. I wouldn't name any of my children after them. I like them. So hopefully we can go up north without being harassed. We'll dock in the port of Tunsberg. Ah, so our brewery in Tunsberg is up and running. So look at that, we actually get a profit for our after our wages have been paid. So we got the wages for my party, the men back at the refuge. Come away with 315 gold bone plus. That's awesome. I like that. I think Kat's asked for the picture to be linked to in Whisper Twitch. Can you post images through Whisper on Twitch? I'm not sure the capabilities of whispering on the channel. So let's leave. We should be pretty safe to just run on up. I'm gonna pour myself a drink though. Can't do what? Copy and paste links? Don't tell fibs. Of course you can. Unless you meant to get the URL for the picture. Told you you're good. Oh, this seat is dead comfy. Gotta get it right for me at the moment, though. It's not. Uh-oh. What's that? 42 men. Ah, run! They're faster than me. No, I'm faster. Thank God for that. 42 masterless men. I could probably take them on. There, I think last time we were in this region, we did actually end up getting grabbed by a load of them, but yeah, no, you can whisper /W space their name and then space then the message. So kind of like sending a tell in Final Fantasy, just W instead of T. Unless you meant that you can't personally whisper, then I can do that as well. It is late at night and you may need some rest. Come back in the morning. Rest? Thieves patrolling. It doesn't tell me how many. It's quite a lot there though by the 3 pictures. I mean, well, yeah, I don't think you can send a picture. Should be able to copy the link for where the picture is and then send it that way. So it'd be easier just to put the link in the chat. Though you should need permission again because of the mod. But I might. Excuse me, I'm just taking some tablets. I might change the way the modbot works. I might get it so people that have been viewing Twitch for so long get free reign on links. The main reason I got it deleting links is because you get random spam bots coming in the channel, and it's kind of annoying. Anyway, We're procrastinating. The smell of the sea is pervasive in this area, and the rumble of the waves crashing against the cliffs resonates in your head like thunder. There is a path very narrow at the end of a beach, where you distinguish traces of men. It's a difficult way that you can follow on your own, so you're told to wait behind while you investigate. Let's approach, and it looks like we're going in solo. Thought I was going in solo. Oh, I'm taking Bodo and Egil. Is Sylvig? Why no Sylvig? Mouth of rock opens before you see around is cold stone, and you behold graven marks in a language. And I couldn't read the last sentence. Those tooltips disappear way too quick. You feel the tension with every step that you take. Do I now? Tension. Can you guys feel the tension? It's tense. As you advance, you find there is light inside. It seems this place is not as deserted as you thought. Oh! Ow. Whoa, that one bounced over my head. One thing's for certain. I forgot to save it before. Just kind of remember this is a story mission, so if I fall, which one's my guy? Die in these story missions, you lose progress. As I believe Ramses found out in a rather unfortunate manner. Battle over. You cannot leave while the cave while there's still enemies. Yeah. 60's mind is forever in the gutter. Don't shoot their feet. Oh no! Bodo! You have to die though. You've stolen my armor. Wow, I got sword and short axe and 400 pennies. What was that for? Yeah. Danish now they have been dealt with. Talk to Bodo about the letter. Bodo! Bodo! My lord, you have retrieved the letter. Of course. It mysteriously appeared in my hands because I didn't pick up anything. Bodo seems excited. Calm down, fella. Damn, these Vikings have broken the seal. Fortunately, the letter of King Aldefonso was encrypted. I hope that the Vikings were not able to solve the mystery. You do not know how to read, so you cannot understand it. Give the letter to Bodo. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a simpleton. Tell me about this letter, Bodo. Why is it important? The letter is important and can change everything, but I need your help to finish my mission. It's time to reveal its secrets. Dun dun dun. Why do I get the feeling we've been lied to yet again? The trick is to read the first word after each period in the first 3 lines of each paragraph, and read the last words before the period in the following. A letter from your hands. Aldefonso became king very recently after inheriting the throne of his father. He explains at the beginning of this letter that he respects the north and continues the covenants of his father. He sends a messenger to West Seeks, me, and another to Francia. The North Sea, he says, should be made safe and the Vikings eradicated. West Seeks is the best place from which to do this, given its proximity to Denmark. Why would the Kingdom of Asturias be worried about the Vikings? Or get to the point, Bodo. Well, be nice to Bodo, he has helped us. He looks up from the page and turns to you. My King Aldefonso is particularly concerned about the Danish, who are the ones who led the raids on his kingdom in the past. Yeah, me? I've been doing that. There are 2 particularly worrying attacks which King Aldefonso does not want repeated. The first was about 24 years ago, during the reign of King Ranimaro, Aldefonso's grandfather, when the Vikings were so near to Asturias coast with more than 120 ships and 3,000 men. Christ. Ranimaro quickly gathered his men in Cantabria and Asturias and sent messages to come to Galicia where the Vikings landed to cause damage. Ranimiro was a warrior king. When the Vikings arrived, he was firmly entrenched in a stronghold, so he was able to defeat them in a battle and burn 70 ships. Only 70, so he let 50 escape. All the same, another big Viking expedition came 10 years ago in the time of King Orodonio, the father of the current king. The fleet of almost 100 ships was led by Bjorn Ironside and Haston Ragnar's sons. They disembarked in Galicia, near the tomb of Santiago, and caused much damage before they were expelled. After this, King Orodonio began contacting other kingdoms in the north that had been attacked by Vikings, especially Francia and Wessex. This letter is the final 2 years of diplomatic efforts. Well, now you've said don't ask, I'm going to have to ask, why Destroyer of Bubbles? Are you like someone that runs around popping bubbles that kids, the one where you get like the washing up liquid and you blow the bubbles? Do you go around popping them to spite the kids? The letter says that according to what was promised by his father, Aldefonso agrees to send 20 ships and 600 men to Wessex. The men are all veterans of the Muslim Wars, fully equipped with chainmail, sword, spear and shield. These men joining Wessex, with contributions from Francia, will cleanse the sea of Vikings. The letter details the route and the ports these men will use on their journey to Wessex, and asks the very noble king, Aetherielred of Saxna, prepare accommodation and food for them. Do you see the importance of this letter, and why Sigurd Ragnarsson, or any Viking leader for that matter, would want to intercept it? 600 veteran men will allow Wessex to conquer other kingdoms. You tell me? I don't care. Now that we have the letter, it's time to go back. Let's express our concern about the 600 men being able to conquer things. Oh, he doesn't like that. No, you're not listening to me. This army is not to be used for conquering. It is an alliance with one objective: cleanse the North Sea of Vikings. Allow me to explain. Figure that 600 veteran men from each kingdom make 18,000 soldiers whose sole purpose is to finish the Vikings. We're not talking about a peasant levy, but about professional warriors, well trained and well equipped. This is a huge economic burden for any one kingdom, but if they were well led, King Aethelred's brother, Aelfred, who was chosen for this. It could free the north of the tempest that now whips it. Therefore, the letter is important to my mission. So Sigurd Ragnarsson made every effort to intercept it. If he can show the letter in the assembly, and so demonstrate the danger that it portends for all of them, the assembly will make him king, with the mission of preventing this alliance. Okay, so we'll give the letter to King Horik, so it'll be he who led the Danish. Fine, in that case, I'll give the letter to Wessex. I need to see what the assembly decides, and I will decide. Save it for now. This weapon is a powerful weapon. Keep it safe. I need to see what the assembly decides, I believe. Save it for now. Well, we will tell King Horik that the letter was destroyed during the fight with Ericsson. Not have to worry about Sigurd Snake in the eye using it in the assembly. This will ensure his support for your cause. See what time we get out of this cave. See, I like the Danish. I might try and side with them if I can. I mean, if you think about it, all the other people hate my guts at the moment, because I've been raiding monasteries. On one side of the road, a man is awaiting, sitting on a big rock. He is thin, tall, and dressed in poor clothing. He seems harmless enough. Calmly, the stranger waits until you come close to him. So searching through the faces of your men until they stop on you. Then he gets up and walks to you. So let's have a chat with this man in poor clothing. Agathenios. Aia, sir. Aye, aye, sir. To your health, sir. My name is Agathinos. Are you by any chance heading out of this place anytime soon? Well, actually, I'm heading back to Port Ribe. I am. What concern of is yours, may I ask? Well, let me tell you, I'm an engineer who specialises in the art of fortification, not fornication then. If you need a wall knocked down, I am your man. If you need a wall built back up, I am your man too. But that will take a bit longer and cost you a lot more. I am also an unfortunate man. I am originally from far, far away from here, let's just say. Maybe you have heard of it. The Varangians call it Miklagard. A few years ago, a group of them kidnapped me and brought me here to the far north. They made me a slave and sold me to the Jarl of Hordaland. I worked for him until a few days ago when I finally earned enough money to buy my freedom. Crikey, some of these words. But after all the years that have passed since I was taken from my hometown, I planned simply to stay in the home of the Jarl. The truth is that I had formed a relationship with his son. The Jarl did not like that and kicked me out. What kind of relationship? So what say you? I see you lead warriors. If you let me join you, I can help when you have a siege. Oh, so he's Greek. Fair enough. Not afraid of bandits on the roads, travelling alone as you are. He mutters something under his breath, as if talking to someone unseen. Well, I was not alone. Now I'm with you. And I'm sure the bandits will run away when they see you. Well, this is true. I suppose I can use such help. Glad to hear that. I'll be happy to travel for a change. I'd like to know more about the north beyond this place. And you'll be glad to have me. Although siege work is my speciality, I reckon I can handle myself well enough in an open battle. As for besieging, I can truly help you take any place you might want. The fortress here are rudimentary. They do not compare to the ones in my homeland. That works for me. I'll be pleased to hire you. Good. Give me a few moments to prepare and I'll be on the move. There we go. So now we have an engineer. I don't know why, but I just had a image of Command and Conquer then. You got some hamster with an axe. Who's got a hamster with an axe? It seems Sixie's gone again. Better. Something popped up, or she's having issues with her app again. Twitch has been really dodgy lately. I've been having issues on my phone and that using the app. Oh god.
Stand and deliver.
Smell a fat person a mile away. Methinks you could do with some lightning, eh? Well, let's deliver. But we're delivering steel. Stand to gain 4 renown if you win this battle. Battle advantage 5. Ugh, blue screen of death. That is horrible. I assume that's what you meant, blue screen. Blue screen of death. Oh, look at Brunhild go! She's gonna get knocked out in a minute, isn't she? I should get her some armour. Slow her down at least. Hang on a minute. I just put an arrow in your chest and you're still standing. And apparently I'm missing. Oh, let's do this the proper way. Run, little piggy. Run! Ah, so you're making up titles. So you didn't come up with a pharaoh name then? Destroyer of Bubbles. Well, if that's what the name is, that's what the name is. My name Walla Walla actually came from my school days. Back in Halo Land, actually. Halo 1 for the original Xbox. I don't know why I'm running, I ain't that fast, I'll let them deal with it. Oh, they've done it. So, what have we got? We got 1 killed, 2 minor wounded. We'll live with that. Oh no, he was only majorly wounded. So I still got 27 men. Guessing it was Egil. I'll leave all the loot for my men. Soldiers are ready to upgrade. Let's have a look. Canyon. Bowman. Awesome. I'm at 78% health myself, actually. John, I still haven't decided what to stream for Friday and Saturday. Thinking for Friday, I'll probably do a Project Zomboid double session, so Thursday and Friday. Think of something else for Saturday. Might visit Grim Dawn again. Grim Dawn was fun yesterday. It is a good game. Unless you guys have got some suggestions for something that you would like to watch. So is Destroy the Bubbles the one that you liked the most, or did you just kind of give up trying to make up names then, or? And Halo is a very good FPS series. I haven't played Halos in a very long time, but no, I've over the years I've had lots of fun with the different Halos. Kind of gave up with FPSs online. It's just sometimes it can be frustrating, especially when you get people that just don't play nice. Especially with like Battlefield and stuff. You get people like specifically waiting to get in the vehicles, and then it's like, well, you know, what about sharing? Or just you get in the helicopter and someone else gets in the pilot, they take off and crash it instantly. It's like, oh my god, really? I just spawned and you killed me. Where my refuge has promoted 8 Norse freedmen. Cost me 148 pennings. This is where my money's going. I might have to put a stop to that. Halo 3 was my first Xbox game. Well, as Xbox games go, I think you started off quite well there. But yeah, that's how I got the my name Walla Walla. I was at a Halo LAN at my school I was at the time, and we were in the common room where we set up all our computers, our Xboxes and stuff. And I nipped out to phone up my excuse me, my girlfriend at the time. And after the phone call, went back in, and they were just literally starting up a game. And back on the first Xbox, you didn't have gamer tags. It was all just profiles, and you know you assigned your cut for Halo, and that you had your color and the little 3-letter tag thing, your profile name, and how you wanted your controls and stuff. So you had to transfer the profiles from console to console, and I had a little memory card that plugged into the controls. And basically, I didn't have enough time to load up my profile because they were literally just starting. So I just grabbed the control, whacked A, and it just came up with a randomly generated name. Walla Walla. Right, sounds alright. Me and my mates liked it, found it funny. And it stuck. So I ended up getting my name. Let's see. I keep hold of those weapons. Actually, I'll chat to my mates and see if anybody needs a good sword. I might give it to Brunhild actually, because they're all pretty well armed, and she likes to run off and get killed. So, see if she can have it. Try and survive a bit better. Agathinos, I have an axe for you, rather than your bones. So we did that quest, and we got the book, or the letter rather. How much money we got? 5,000. Not much. We need more money. Is there a way to check? I don't think there is. My boats. Next ship. Is there a way to check how your boat is doing? I've ordered one, and I can't remember how long ago it was we ordered it. I think it was probably only literally just ordered it and then I ended the session. But I'm kind of anxious because we've been dawdling now for quite a while and we haven't really got anywhere. Okay, I've got more assets. I've got another boat, I've got 2 farms. You know, my army's kind of roughly the same size it was before, but we're not really progressing. Is my ship ready yet? My men are still working it. Come back in 8 days. Oh, okay. We're getting there, so I reckon we'll do a couple of raids and should be golden. Is there any other quests? We got follow the spider. The meeting we failed that, didn't we? Visit the lady. We can go visit her then. We could always head over to Bal Yakadala, whatever it's called. But I think that's in Ireland. I'm a bit apprehensive going all the way to Ireland when we're operating out of Denmark. I know it's Denmark modern day, but in the game it's called Denmark. So you actually was destroying the bubbles. How could you turn off the bubbles? But a nice spa day, that sounds awesome. Sounds like a good win there. Well done. What was the nationwide competition in then, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that sounds awesome. I don't think I've ever won anything. Or at least nothing worth shouting home about. I'm going to go turn off this training scheme at the moment because we're trying to raise money and the training thing, while it's useful, it's costing me more money. Take a walk around your refuge. The guy's outside, I believe. Still need to get a horse ready as well. I'm a bit annoyed about that. I'm not annoyed. That's a bit the wrong word, really. I want a horse, but because I need my money for other things. That's all right. Got no sound today, just doing things around the house. No problem, cats. Although you got no sound, so you can't hear. Just let's reply to him. Where's my mouse? There it is. Harold, are you the trainer, Harold? Yes, you are. Please stop training my men. Thank you, Harold. I will be back, though. You are a top-notch bloke. Who are you? Marcus. And what do you do, Marcus? You're my captain. Fair enough. Is there anything I should know, Captain Marcus? No, nothing. Okay. That'll be all. So let's go on a... Oh no, we're going to go check out our girlfriend, aren't we? In Hyderabad. Hopefully we don't run into any trouble. Every time I do this journey, I always end up running into someone that hates me. Namely that other Jarl from... So attempt to visit a lady. Who do you wish to visit? Well, of course. And as usual, we have to go away by the spring for Our Lady's elderly nurse, who looks not a day over 20. Grab us. Pushing X, I don't know why. Ragnar, you must have received my message. How happy I am that you could come. It's so delightful to have a chance to spend some time together. How much good it does my heart to see you again. Sometimes I feel that there is a mystic bond between us that transcends the distance. She says that every time. See, I want to ask if there's anything I can do to win a favour, but she always gives me impossible tasks. I don't really want to keep doing impossible tasks. And sister to Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson, daughter to Aslog. Don't know any poetry. So I think that'll be that. She likes us 21 points. So we've got quite a ways to go, really, before she'll think about eloping with. Because we're never going to get permission to marry her. If you can marry her. You can marry in this game, even. I'm not sure if you can in story mode. Oh, there's a boar there. Let's go hunting. If we can find the boar. You can click T to toggle creeping. You don't click T, do you? I thought you pressed T. Get it? Put some tracer on my arrows. Wow, he's just sliding across. He's not running. Is that because he's too far away, or is he just... Hello, boar. Glitched boar. Uh-oh. Oh, we're going to play this game, are we? Oh, you bugger. Alright then. Come on then. Come at me, bro. Oh! Let's try that again. What? You're not running away, are you? Chicken. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? There he is. Damn it. I don't even know if I'm hitting it. Oh, I hit it! I got it then. I heard the thud. Throwing spears. Yeah, no, that does sound like a... Oh, you toe rag. Throwing spears would be the best weapon, but I haven't got any. Do have a bit of ball though, I can tell you that much. That was a cracking shot. Yeah, but no, if I did get some throwing spears, I could have thrown it as it charged me. Oh my lord, we're being chased. Come on then, let's go grab some men. Wow, there's a lot of masterless men around. Raiding Franks, we've got 20 of them. Grab more men. I don't feel very safe in my own homeland. Well, this isn't my homeland, but... Actually no, ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. I think we've got to be careful here, lads. What do you want? Surrender or die, brigand. We have 27 men versus 4. Ouch. 1 renown if we win, and we have a battle advantage of 12. Ah, look at Brunhild with her new sword look. She's leading the charge. You got to admire her eagerness. Men are very violent. Oh, that glitched. Oh, what? Got his shield. Yeah, I killed him. Shot difficulty 2.0. Name is Inigo Montoya. Killed my father. About to die. Oh, why aren't I hitting tab? Your casualties 0. 2 killed. 2 seriously wounded. Ah, I got some prisoners. Young warriors. I believe there is some young warriors near us that we can sell our prisoners to. There they are, look. Hey there. Hey, you there. Have you seen any outlaws around here? Actually, I've just killed a load. There you are, my friend. You never seen The Princess Bride? I probably haven't. Or if I have, I've forgotten I've seen it. I don't have a very good memory, unfortunately. Medication does that to you. I'm curious. I wonder who's raiding this village, but I'm too scared to get too close. Oh, it's been looted. It's not being raided. It has been looted. Destroyed it then. Do. I'm going to need to get rid of some men if I'm going to set sail, aren't I? What we got? Happy Widow? No, my men do not need your services at the moment. And I don't need a Finn Archer either. Last time I spent a fortune on hiring Finn Archers and whatnot, and then they all died. Yeah, I knew about the selling thing. I didn't know it worked for the training all the people though. That's actually not a bad little tip there. Manage your garrison's what I'm looking for, and I think I wanted to get rid of them. Actually, yeah, no, I will. Oh, look at that. Does the same for garrisons, look. Let's go raid a monastery. There's one. Who's that? Kingdom of East. Run away! Get the boar. No, don't get the boar. Head to Ribe. Run. Damn it. He's off to hide a bit. Sell from the port. Actually, we'll just. Oh, it's only been about a day, hasn't it? If that. Not been very long. Right, so Godlack is available for a visit. Let's go visit Godlack. Surprised the bird isn't yelling at me because my light is on. Poor thing. Got a little stuck earlier. How are you finding the game anyway, Ramses? I know you were excited about the DLC. Have I landed? No, I haven't. Steam sales are a godsend at times for that sort of thing. I haven't bought much in the sale actually this time around. I bought a couple of things, but not much. I've bought some of the missing DLC for Crusader Kings 2. And what else have I got? I've got this War of Mine, which I'll be playing tomorrow. And I bought Homeworld. Is it Homeworld? An old spaceship game that's been remastered. Normally I'd buy quite a few things off the sale, but I'll see what happens in Christmas sale. Saving my money at the moment. No, I'm going to try and... I know he's only at point blank range, but... I got him in the arse. Turn the other cheek, brother. Bit of archery skills. That's what I'm doing it for. If I can even hit them. A bit worried about my man at the moment. Unkilled by slave driver. Empire at War. Very good choice. Very good choice indeed. Not played Spore, as I've said previously. That. Christians absolutely despise us, as does everyone nearby. But we get 240 pennings plus the loot we've just stolen, so I reckon we're coming away ahead there. Oh, it's being raided. Some buggers raiding my village. There's enemies as well. Well, let's go raid. Let's grab our ships actually and raid another monastery then. I've actually got both on CD. It's just, even though I've got it on CD, it was kind of convenient just having it on Steam as well. I think I did get it in a sale, so it weren't exactly wasting money or anything just for the sake of it. Yeah, I can't remember which homeworld it is. It wasn't 1, and I don't think it was 2. I think it was like 1 in between or something like that. I can't quite remember without looking. It's going to be up on the shelf behind me. And it doesn't work on modern day systems, unfortunately. Actually, it hasn't worked since XP. Which is a shame. It's a fantastic game. The one I played, it was really fun. So as soon as XP rolled out, it broke. So seeing it on Steam again, it's fantastic. But I confess, I haven't played it since. I've bought it. I've done the tutorial for the first homeworld, and that's it. Just been playing other games at the moment. I don't want to be playing too many games at once. It's. But then I don't want to play one game too much and then get bored of that game. I'll get around to it eventually. It's on my list. Oh, I moved last second. He just stands there and then moves. Thank you, sir, for being such a kind target. I've over the years, I've had sort of since XP and then Vista and then Windows 7. I've had quite a few games of favourites that just don't work. It's frustrating. It's like, well, you guys are doing this on purpose because you want us to buy the new games. They say they don't, but I mean, they clearly do. So I've got quite a... I mean, you can probably just make it out. The shelf is just full of PC games, and a lot of them are old ones that just don't even work anymore. It's a shame. And then it's weird because some like really old games still work on modern day systems, where some not modern, but like the ones that are like about 5 years old, for example, won't work. Yet ones that are about 10 years old work like a dream, sort of thing. It's crazy. I know it's kind of slightly different, but Microsoft are bringing out the Xbox One control for PC, but they've designed it so it only works with Windows 10. It will not work with any previous version of Windows. Like, really, guys? Really? You're forcing us to get Windows 10. Yeah, you get about 10 seconds into Entente. It freezes. Yeah, that's about similar. Some of my games, either they freeze, like you can get to title screen as soon as you like load up a game, it'll freeze, or just game crashes as soon as you load it up, or something like that. Yeah, it's frustrating. I've lost quite a good few classics. Windows 10 is free for now, but I'm not going for it. I didn't go to Windows 8. I'm sticking with Windows 7 because, well, the games I own now work on Windows 7. There's quite a few games that I like to play that don't work on Windows 10. So I'm not going to go down that route. Not until I'm forced to. That's why I'm kind of in a rush to get a new computer at the moment, because I'm looking at if things go my way in the new year. I'd like to get a new computer. And I want it to be Windows 7. So I want to try and do that before Microsoft decide to stop selling Windows 7. What else have we got? I'm going to keep the wine. Just think. Oh, no, I've got quite a bit of wine actually. Sell everything, I think. Everything I got off the monks. Oh, I'm going way over the limit there. Let's take back the jewellery. Go to horse. And armor. Back the silver. Weaponsmith. Go. So food, we're pretty good on food. Ah, so he's like, oh, Windows 8, you know, it's the bee's knees. Instant upgrade, that's a bit strong. That's a strong word to use. I'm more inclined to agree with the bracketed word there. I mean, I shouldn't hate on Microsoft, really. I mean, I never played, I've never used a Mac. I've always had Windows. Right, let's take part in a competition. So you're at tier 1 of the competition, 64 participants, 3 teams, 7 fighters each. I'm not placing a bet on that. Just because this happens, my team will split up in half and get mown down. Oh dear, so there's 5 versus 3. Oh, you can do those commands as well. Ah, good. Unfortunately, I can never remember any of the commands. Tier 2 of the competition, 32 participants remain in the next round. There will be 3 teams, 6 fighters each. Bloody hell, this is a tough tournament. Kind of got everybody to follow me, I think. Oh, I've got a spear, damn it. Well, I hope that I get to continue with this one, be killing someone. Because I'm outnumbered, outgunned. They insist on giving me bloody spears, don't they? At Tier 3 of the competition, with 16 participants remaining. In the next round, there will be 3 teams, 3 fighters each. Now I can start placing bets. I can place a bet on that. Good, now turn around before you get stabbed in the back. Scared then I hit my own guy. Number of enemies you have to kill is the number of the round, right, okay. Yeah, participants remain in the next round. There are 2 teams of 3 fighters each. Bet, so you got what? 2 teams, 3 fighters each, so there's 6 of us. Oh, spears again. Ow. Now he's going to kill them and get my perfect kill streak. Eh. Right, well, we've got 2 teams, 2 fighters each. Two teams, didn't it? Yeah. And another spear. Yeah, I don't like placing bets at the start when I'm unsure if I'm going to win a round or not because, well, I'm not that lucky at times. 2 participants remain in the next round. There will be 2 teams, 1 fighter each. Yeah, but you put your shield away and you're at risk. I mean, I'm not very good with the spear. I don't like them. I prefer either sword or axe. It comes down to it. Appreciate your participation in the competition. Place a wreath of laurel on your head. Wait, where's my reward? Don't I even get a cow at least? So let's go dedicate the winnings to our lady friend, who will always just turn her nose up at me. Whoa, what's with the lag? Hello, lovely. I'd like to dedicate my success of the tournament to you. Oh, another one. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm grateful so-and-so. You got a horse once? Yeah, I got 2 rich swords. The one I'm using, I've had another one before. And that's all I've had. Right, right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to save the game and ask her if there's anything I can do to win her favour. Oh, Ragnar, could you do me a little favour? I saw a trader in town. Walrus ivory. I'm going to load back up the game because I ain't going to be bothered to find that. Unless there is one in the merchants. She always asks for stuff that's impossible to get. Mead, isn't it? I kind of got excited then when I seen the tusk. Yeah, she does this every time. I'm just going to load the game back up. I know it's a little bit naughty, but if I can get a quest where I can boost her desire for me a bit quicker, then that'd be ideal. She always asks for impossible stuff. Right. Well, anyway, we've spoken to her. We've dedicated our tournaments. We've got that +1 boost. Who are you? I can't pronounce your name. You must be a foreign dignitary. I am Ragnar. Perhaps you have heard of my exploits. Hello, foreigner. I am Cadwallon. Stand before you as the last heir of kings of Gwynedd. Oh, he's a pretender. Right. I am the namesake of my ancestor who defeated Edwine of Daria in the battle of Heathfell's Chase. After that, we were kicked from the throne, and my family had to live far from the crown until now. The kingdom has suffered greatly in the last few years with the usurpers at its helm. I think the masses have had enough. They would support me in a fight for the throne. Just need good captains for my armies, and if possible, good soldiers under them. Together we will revive my family's honour and obtain the position that I deserve. Come with me, gather your soldiers, and our names will never be forgotten. Swear by me, you will never forget it. So I can't do it anyway, because obviously we've got the storyline to follow. Let's just be nice. Farewell for now then. Okay, fair enough. Good to see you again, Ragnar. 22, so we need to get you up to 30. Do you have any tasks? Nope. Do you have any tasks? Nope. Do you have any tasks? Nope. Apparently if you click it a few times, may something for you. Not always, but sometimes it works. Ah, king. We met with Atli Eriksson. That is good news. Where is he? We found Atli Eriksson and his men in a cave in North Viga near Hordaland. Sigurd Snake in the Ice sent him there to hide and protect Boda's letter. Now Atli Eriksson and his men are dead, but they burned the letter during the fighting. You no longer have to fear that Sigurd Snake in the Eye can use it against you in the assembly. Atli's dead. He was Sigurd Ragnarsson's second man after Sven Bolnek. Wherever you go, you just leave corpses. I wanted Sigurd quiet, with no weapons to use against me, nor motives for revenge. Killed everybody in that cave, or he may present a witness against you for killing Atli. I'll not be able to protect you from banishment in that case. On Sire and if no witnesses, the assembly will blame me for anything. Remember that I am the king when you address me. I guess that's impolite for a king. Anyway, the important thing is that the letter has been destroyed. Finish what you have to do before the assembly. Any tasks for me? No, Ragnar. Any tasks? Nope. 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 So I had it work once. Indeed. Ah. I want to write a poem for a lady. Cost you 500 pennings. What's the name of the lady? Very well, I will write a poem and recite it to Ragnhild. Take me 1 week to do it. Good man. So there we are. We're going to get a poem written for our lady friend. How awesome is that? 500 gold well spent. Right. So all our men are happily trained. Why do I feel it's bad? 156 men. Let us exit left. He's following me. Well, I'd like to see him follow me into the sea. Do. Right. Let us go and say hello to these monks. Actually, I haven't said hello to many monks. Hopefully my ship's nearly ready. After I've raided these monks, I'll go back and have a look and see when the ship's ready. Come on, landing point. I want more men, so I can have more money. Alright, let's pillage the monastery. Should learn how to read, actually. I have a feeling it will come in handy. I run very slowly. I suppose it must be quite difficult, actually. You've got your sword, you're fully clad in armour. And in a big battle, you're going to be swinging your sword for quite a while, and I imagine it takes quite a bit of effort to cut into someone. So you wouldn't want to sprint right at the start of the battle, would you? I can kind of understand that. Although I imagine in the battle the adrenaline will kick in and you probably won't even notice it until you stop. Oh no! I hate it when the arrows go a bit funky. I don't really like shooting when my men are running around me. Very good with archery. My character needs to level up a bit quicker so he's a bit better at it. It's great when you got it leveled really high and you can draw your arrows super quick and land them with deadly accuracy. To get into that stage it takes a while. Oh, damn it, missed. See, if I drew fast I would have landed that hit. Are they dead yet? And we get 370 gold as well. My reputation is minus 89. Oh, how'd you like them apples? Right, that village was being raided last time we came here, so let's just go raid them as well. The landing point, there we go. So I do hope to try and change the around a little bit and eventually start attacking cities and things. That would be nice, rather than just raiding the outskirt villages. Need a few ships and a few hundred men. No! No, I clicked! Damn it! There's 200 men. Why don't I have the option to get my men to attack without me? Is it because I only have 27 men? Well, I guess I'm just going to have to try and attack. 198 men. Oh my god. Bet he's got the peasants with him as well, hasn't he? Headshot, 0 damage. How does that work? I aim to take as many of them down with me as possible. Especially the enemy leader if I can help it. Can't see him yet though. Come on guys, we're doing well. Right, if you guys just do me a favour, line up one at a time. I'd just stab someone's head off. I mean, really? Come on. Good night, cats. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, see you soon, hopefully. Hopefully you sleep well. I think he's the leader. That guy there in the gold. Or bronze armor or whatever it is. So now all these guys are all wearing that sort of armor. So it looks like all the peasants are dead. We're now killing the main army. Oh, we fell. We took out 116 enemies. They had 55 left. Oh. That doesn't add up. We must have had some more in reserve. Your party gains 49 morale. Is that because I just decimated like loads of them? And it seems Ramses is also, he's just messaged me through Steam. Ramses has gone off to bed as well. Apologises he didn't say goodnight in the chat. Enemies take you prisoner. 2,777 pannings lost. Oh my lord. And we lost food. A lot of food. Now I'm getting dragged all around England. That's why I want more men. So now Barney escaped captivity. Where the hell are we? Hopefully we can sneak back. Oh, crikey. Enemy versus enemy there. Hopefully we don't get spied. Go away. Hopefully I'm quite quick because I've got hardly any men. My boats. Oh, they're all the way over there. There. Do we have food still? Food. I should keep the silver. I got my weapons and armor, but we lost 3,000 gold. Not happy about that. And I lost obviously my men. Crap. On a stick. Go up that way. No, I can't go that way. That's a completely different direction. Maybe he's gone. Maybe you won't notice us. Run! Run, Ragnar! Run to your ships, like your life depends on it. But mainly because your life actually depends on it. Stupid village. Grr. Alright, let's get back to Port Ribe. Today has not gone well at all. Fortunately. I'm tempted just to go straight for the assembly, you know, and just see how we progress. I don't really want to. I want to try and stay in Denmark. Right, cheeky. A ship has been built for you in Ribe. Oh, result. Our ship is ready. So we'll grab our other boat. Hopefully it does that automatically. Should do, I think. See the ships. My boats. Nope. Okay. Stroll through town. Let's go speak to the portmaster then. So it's 27. And another 55, I believe. I think it was a 55 capacity ship. Then when I get another 55 capacity ship, I'll sell the 27 one. Because the 27 one's slower than the 55 one. Portmaster. Is my ship ready yet? Ship is ready. Do you want us to launch it? Yes. Well, take a look at it and give it a name. I have to name my ships? Oh dear. Sure, she's a beauty. Beauty. How do I name my ship? See the ships. No name. Next ship. Brandman. Customize ship. Ah, there we go. Customize ship. Sail. Oh, I'm not paying pennies. Alright, so what is our capacity? We have a capacity of 82 men. Fantastic. So now we've got to start the recruitment process, even though all the villages have been looted. Fortunately, I have 65 men in my refuge. Take some out. I don't want to take them all. The idea is their backup men. Garrison. So there we are. Look, let's go find some masterless men and kill them. Bit of loot, bit of XP, bit of money. It rids the land of some men. Running, you cowards. Stand and fight. We are the Free Brothers. We will fight only for ourselves from now on. Give us your gold or taste our steel. Give them a fight. Let's give them a good pasting. 7 renown if we win this battle, and we've got a battle advantage of 4. I'm going to tell the archers to follow me. Be an archer myself. They're on horseback? How rude. Not even I'm on horseback. Yeah, the whole idea of follow me is just not get in my way. Hold the damn position. Oh my lord, now they won't let me through. That's one of my guys. Waiting for the last troops to run off. Camera's pretty slow, so I won't be able to follow. Got 5 enemies to run away. No casualties though, my 79 men. It's good news. Where is... Come on guys, run away. One more. That's probably there, isn't it? Good. Victory is ours. Casualties, absolutely none. Party gains 11 morale. Hold 33 prisoners now. Let's share the loot. Shall take the expensive stuff. Only 1 morale for the loot I shared. Sorry lads. But, you know, kinda need money myself, you know. There's the king. Pretty good king to us. Grumble at him. Need to make sure now I've got enough smelling beef. I guess that means it's gone off, is it? 2,740. Haven't gone over that. Okay. Back. Just spend a bit of time around Ribe, recruiting men. See who that is. Who is that? Ah, maybe he's a friend. Are you a friend? I can't remember. 40. Fine. We don't need to make you like us anymore. Actually, let's speak to the king briefly. Good to see you again, Ragnar, and you, your grace. Right, let's just follow this a moment. 3 lords. 3 lords? Is that all I've got? Out of how many? I mean, Ulf's not going to testify against us. Tell us under here. No, it tells us there, look, 3. Characters. Nope. What am I looking for now then? There is an option somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Notes. Just under. Character. Here we go. Relations. Known lords. She likes the 17. That was up at 20 earlier. It's gone down a lot. So we'll ignore the king. We'll ignore him. Likes us 22, so we need to make him like us a bit more. Havasi. Hang on a minute. King. 1, 2, 3. It's the king of North Eager, so we're not going to worry about that. He doesn't like us much, so we've got to work on that. Hates us, wow. Yeah, he's gonna hate us, obviously. So it's 7 lords and only 3 like me. So I reckon I'm gonna need probably another 2 then. So we've got. Alright. Yeah, I probably prefer to get Helgi Havasi to like me a bit more. Then we'll work on Harold Halfdan and who was the other one? Hersia Guthrum. Alright, so let's head to Ribe and send a bribe to Helgi Havasi. Hopefully we'll get him to like us enough. Actually, it might be, I doubt it, but it might be cheaper to use my refuge. King. Ignoring the alliances and declarations of war at the moment because we're not allied to anybody. There's no need for us to pay attention to it. Need Hall, villager. It's our happy widow. Send a message. Helgi Havasi's party. Very well. What is the message? It is this. It is this. It's that much cheaper at all. Penny. Never mind. We'll use our guy anyway, just because it's our guy. That's been looted. That's been looted. Everywhere's been looted. Can't recruit any people. Darn it. Right, let's head up north anyway. We'll keep an eye out for the lords. Ah! Our lady friend would like to see us. Let's head south and change plans then. I wonder why she doesn't like us as much though. Maybe she didn't like that poem we asked her to listen to. Your fame and popularity have attracted young Norsemen to your cause. 3 herdmen join your party. Are the men? See them, unless it's under one of these or something. I need to make sure that you're at the bottom of the pile though. You can level up, so let's level you up. Strength. The point in. I'll keep hold of it for the time being. You need to be at the bottom. You're not a fighter. Okay, so let's continue on our merry journey. I like how the Franks weren't bothering me. There's a lady, and we'll go away by the spring as per usual. Hey, my love. See, now it's gone 17 to 22. Ah, Ragnar, you must have received my message. How happy I am that you could have come. It is delightful to have a chance to spend some time together. How much good it does my heart to see you again. Sometimes I feel that the mystic bond between you transcends the distance. You really do say that every time, don't you? Goodbye. All I wanted was to say hello. Now we're going to go looking for lords to see if they want us to do them a favour. And wait for the message from... She seemed to like the poem. Good. So she's gone from 22 to 24. That's the lady we just visited. Oh no. Profit now. Actually, young warriors, come back. I have prisoners. As nature becomes a plethora of colours, people replenish the stores and prepare for winter. Oh dear, it's autumn. To collect bounties on my prisoners. Thank you. That's the king. So let's go to Skyford first, just in case there's someone there. Ah, Helgi Havasi. Got a messenger on the way to you. Good to see you again, Ragnar. Indeed. Do you have any tasks? No. Oh. It's a shame. We'll head to Skyford then. Is it that we can meet him, find him first, and the messenger can't? Visit the Lord's Hall, and there's no one here. So we'll depart. I'll head to Vebjorg. Pagan priests, yeah. Ah, Halfdan. just the man I've been looking for. I do wish to have a word with you, because you don't really like me much. You don't need my help. Really? You don't need my help at all. Oh, please, give me a task. It's a shame. An unfortunate shame. Okay. And I don't know. I guess we'll head to Ribe and do more pillaging. Need the money to keep bribing people. Just went into Skyfer. Just leaving. Sigurford and thingamajig. And you you like me. You like me enough. Need to bother you anymore. I'm tempted just to get this quest on the go really now. Thank you for your service. What's that all about? I think that was a bit of a bug, was it? See you again. Do you have any tasks? No. Oh. I don't know. Do I? Don't I? Do I? Alright, I think I'm gonna advance. I'm gonna find the king and take my chances, I think. Actually no, we'll have to wait until the messenger gets back. Unless that was him then. Oh no, the king's buggering off. Back. King, let's advance. Let's start this. Let's do the quest. Good to see you again. Alright, so I did what I could. Well, frankly, I'm surprised at how effective you've been. When you're ready for the assembly, let me know. Done everything. I think I'm ready to go to the assembly. I see. In that case, now everything is in the hands of the gods. The assembly lasts several days. I recommend you take advantage of these days to gain popularity and reputation with the people of this country. I'll send a messenger as soon as your presence is required. Be ready. All right, I'm gonna because it takes several days. I'm gonna drop off my people in my refuge just so I'm not feeding them and paying them high wages. I'll drop down to my average 27. You know, I might just drop down to companions actually. And then just recruit men in the nearby villages. Because I've got nothing in my inventory, have I? No. So recruit, please. Thank you. And then we'll go down to here. Probably stop at 30-ish if I can get that many. How lucky we are to be. Bye. Of course, we've got to go down there. Raiding Franks. Frank's so mean, he's always attacking. Right by north. Another 9, that's good. Let's just save it as well. Sky for buy. So we're up to 27 men. Usually what we go raiding with anyway. Bjorg buy. And that's all the villages. Messenger approaches, beating his horse. He stops in front of you, takes breaths, and shouts, "My King Horik of Denmark invites you to the assembly being held near Ribe. Since it is going to be about your complaint with Sven Bolnek and Sigurd Ragnarsson, you must go soon, or the judgment of the assembly will go against you." Messenger then kicks his mount. Alright, let's go. Let us go. Where is it? Assembly. It's down there. Dun dun dun. Be quick. The elderly woman approaches you. Ah, our lady wishes to see us. Visit a lady. Go away. We're on a mission. Alright, so we'll stop nearby. We will tickle the F12 key to save successfully. And let's go. In a settlement reminiscent of times past, when men lifted huge rocks to venerate their dead of glory, their gods meets the assembly. As you approach, you hear more clearly hundreds of voices distinguished from the tents, and smell of food from the merchant stands. The assembly, or the thing, it's not just a meeting where issues are discussed and judgments are made, but also an event where people go around to exchange news or sell their products. Yeah, let's approach. Where are we going? See people in the distance. My lord, you must hurry and join the king. Follow me. Oh, I didn't mean to kick you, Ejel. Sigurd shouts, "I have more than 800 men ready to go to England and support my brothers, but all I hear are obstacles to these men embarking as Vikings." King shouts, "We don't prevent the embarking of these men. In fact, we are unhappy that they have not already left." Sven Bornek shouts, "These men will embark when they have a proper leader." Guthrum was not to be their leader. Their leader was to be my flipping hell. King has begun. Approach King Horik. Hi, Ragnar. He looks worried. "Why have you been so long in coming? Sigurd Ragnarsson is looking strong." No matter, I think that they are also awaiting your arrival, which means that maybe I should not have sent for you. I suspect that they have some ploy to launch. Sigurd Ragnarsson has complained of 800 men who cannot board because I will not let him lead them. Much is true because I propose that Guthrum lead them. The problem is that Guthrum some days ago suffered the misfortune to have been killed on his farm. They accuse outlaws and criminals of burning down his house whilst he was hosting a feast inside. I think it was Sven Bolnek, the prow man of Sigurd's hide, who did it. But I have no evidence or witnesses. Everything and everyone was burned in the house. Everything taken together, the situation is quite serious since Guthrum is dead. Sigurd is pushing hard to gain control of those 800 men. He wishes to use them to take my throne. Nothing is lost. We have thwarted all Sigurd's plans so far. I'll see. We'll see. Sigurd is the most cunning of all children of Ragnar. Harold seems tense, his features hardened and eyes watchful. He protects his lord as close as his shadow. "Greetings, Ragnar. Sven Bolnek has permission to speak to the assembly now. Let's see what that rat has to say." "Silence. Let's see what that snake has to say." Sven Bolnek appears to be a determined man, confident and seemingly a born leader. He is tall and strong and possesses a strong voice. At long last you see him face to face. He looks just as your mind remembers him as he attacked the wooden Rick and kidnapped your mother. Finally, right before you is the man who has damaged. You can say that. Excuse me, I do apologise. Men of Denmark, you know me. When I was little, more than a child, I was with Ragnar when he sacked Francia with 120 ships and more than 4,000 men, an adventure that the skalds still relate. And he led 400 Vikings in West Seax, the strongest kingdom in England, to obtain great fame and wealth. Therefore men fear me across Frise, England and Francia. But here in Denmark they rightfully respect and love me. I had a brother, Ulfir Whitehair, a better man than me. He was a man of honour, loved by the gods, but in the prime of life he was murdered. Now the king protects his murderer. I have never demanded anything of the assembly, but now I call for justice. It is right that his murderer be here among us, or that a king protect evil. Shall murderers go unpunished in this land? Sven Bolneck has tears in his eyes as he pointed you with an accusing finger at you. Jill whispers, "It's what I expected. They use you to attack King Horik and undermine his authority." One judge near the big rock looks first at Sven and Jarl Sigurd. Then at you and King Horik, then he speaks. Everyone knows your worth, Sven Bolneck, and the feats you've done in your past, but your words seem to indicate that a king could support a murderer. This charge is very grave. The assembly shall now listen to King Horik's response. Sven insults me. I have never protected nor will ever protect a murderer. If that were what I were doing, it was in ignorance. Ragnar came to me for protection as a free man, and I gave it to him after he proved his worth. The story he told me about the death of Ulfir Whitehair is quite different. Now it is time for the accused to speak on this matter. You decide to discredit Sven Bolneck, using persuasion. You decide to appeal to the crowd's sympathy by mentioning your mother's kidnapping. You think it better to describe the events without mentioning your mother's kidnapping. Let's use our persuasion. Judge is not at your words. Your situation seems to improve before your eyes. My name is Ragnar. Ulfir Whitehair tried to kill me at the behest of his brother Sven Bolneck. I was at peace on Ulf's farm, where I had gone by agreement with Sigurd Ragnarsson. Present here today, Ulfir Whitehair came there with several men to try to kill me. As I always take strong issue with such a project, it was Ulfir who died. I ask you, why did Sven send Ulfir if he is the one who wants to get rid of me? I think it's because he fears me. Despite all of his bold words, he is in fact a coward who attacks defenceless ships and hides behind the cloak of his lord. Egil whispers, well spoken. I think you've left him speechless. Egil likes me. Kings likes me a bit more, and Sven Bolneck doesn't like me for that. You have heard both parties. It is time to call the witnesses. Egil comes forward before the judges. I'm Egil. You'll know me here. May the gods damn me if I lie. I was at Ulf's farm when Ulfir Whitehair came. My father, King Horik, is always concerned about what happens in this land. He compelled me to travel with Ragnar. Ulfir Whitehair came with many men. I swear it was he who started the fight. Ulfir died a good death, but he was the one who caused the melee. Ragnar is guilty of murder. Judges nod at the words of Egil. This makes your situation improve before your eyes. The judges confer among themselves for a moment, and then the spokesman speaks. We've heard from a witness. Thank you, Egil. Sven Bolneck, do you have any witnesses? Judges shake their head. This makes your situation improve before your eyes. I had an important witness, Ulf Thorisson, but he has not succumbed to the assembly. Another man told me how my brother was killed, but he will not testify in this case. I'd like to hear from the Jarls in attendance. What are your opinions? Judges nod at his words. This makes the situation more complicated. In my opinion, Ragnar is guilty of murdering Ulfir Whitehair. Judges nod at his word. This makes your situation improve before your eyes. In my opinion, Ragnar is innocent. Thanks, my friend. In my opinion, Ragnar is guilty of murdering Ulfir Whitehair. Oh dear. Another one said I'm guilty. Judges confer among themselves for a long time, and the spokesman speaks. Invoking wisdom of Odin, we are ready to give a verdict. I, Signar, son of Ragnar, Lord Brock, ask permission to speak, because this case is nothing more than a branch of a big tree, and a branch may hide the real problem. Speak then, Jarl Sigurd, son of Ragnar, whose memory we all cherish, and who awaits us among the host of the gods preparing for Ragnarok. Ragnar steps forward, attracting everyone's attention. He is a respected and feared man, and the shadow left by his father is still strong. When my father was alive, this assembly of free men would not have had much consideration for a bandit who had killed a good man like Ulfir Whitehair. However, times change. Rather, some men have caused that change. Now this assembly, is put a toy in the hands of a king. That man, Ragnar, is only a pawn of larger forces. While Signar continues his speech, Harold approaches King Horik, his face tense with his voice soft. King Sigurd My king, Sigurd Snake in the Eye, is not here to deal with Ragnar. He wants you. He wants the throne, as we feared. Egil moves his hand nervously as his forehead beaded with sweat. Father, we should cut short Sigurd's speech. Ragnar must admit his guilt and be punished by the assembly. He must be sacrificed to end this ploy now, or you may lose your throne. Sigurd Snake in the Eye is a shrewd man. He would not openly attack you in the assembly if he did not have the upper hand. Damn traitor, I will not admit my guilt. Innocent. What you need to do, I will say I am guilty to save the king. Do not rush to action, King Horik. Sigurd has nothing. Atli is dead. Our wisdom. Maximum relation with the king. You speak wisely, I approve and agree with your words. We must not do anything that would cost us the respect of the assembly. The balance of power is very delicate, and here the Jarls are very important. We need to see what Sigurd has against us. Sigurd's face seems imperturbable. Even the movement of his body are fully controlled, even as he releases a speech that is able to dethrone a king. Sven had a witness, Ulf Thorisson, who would have agreed that Olvir was murdered, but King Horik sent Ragnar to Olsfarm to silence him. I had another man, Atli Eriksson, who was very faithful and dear to me. I entrusted him with the mission of protecting important evidence for this assembly, but King Horik sent Ragnar to kill him. Everyone started talking the words of Sigurd. A lot of tension fills the air. Finally, the judges ask for calm. King Horik's face is livid. Sigurd Ragnarsson, you talk a lot, insult and offend my honour, but you lack evidence or witnesses. This will not end well for you. Let him finish. All of us here want to know what is happening. Defend my honour. Yes, he has the right and permission to speak. If he proves what he speaks of it, it may be time to change the kingship. King Horik is a good king. You better be able to prove this, Sigurd. Everything will come in time, but first I want to continue with my assertion that the problem is much bigger than we think. 800 Vikings are ready to embark for England in aid of my brothers. We could have been talking about more than 1,200 men, for the Jarl of Kenalmere promised me more than 400, but King Horik sent Ragnar to Freys to sabotage this treaty. As if that were not enough, the king then proposed that Guthrum lead these men, when I was the one who made all the effort to gather them and get the boats and provisions. Sigurd Ragnarsson, your accusation is very serious. Do you have any evidence or witnesses who can confirm what you say? Yes, there is a man who has travelled with Ragnar all that time, who is among us right now, willing to testify at this assembly. His name is Ragnhard, and he is a servant of the Jarl of Kenalmere. Damn, son! Ragnhard, approach. Do you confirm that the words of Sigurd Ragnarsson are true? Ragnhard seems uncomfortable with all eyes turned to him. He especially tries to avoid your eyes. I? Well, yes. Right. I met Ragnar in Freys when he tried to gain the trust of Jarl of Kenalmere by killing Theodred, a person that I loved. Then he betrayed the Jarl of Kenalmere and came to Denmark, where he pursued Sven Bullneck and Sigurd Ragnarsson, as he hates them as enemies. So Olvir and Atli were killed, and he allied with King Horik. I swear it is the truth. Egil serves as a nervous attack and shouts, Ragnhard, why? Looks down and speaks quietly. My quarrel is not with you, Egil. Theodred was like a brother to me, and Ragnar lied to me in order to take him and kill him. I won Ragnar's trust and promised that one day I would avenge Theodred's death, and that day has come. I just want to be happy, have a farm, wife, and children. But Ragnar brings only misfortune wherever he goes. I need to feel protected, and Sigurd has promised me everything that I wish for. Ragnhard, you know me. You know how I treat traitors. We'll meet again. You betrayed Theodred, and now you betray me. You're a curse, Ragnhard. Let's go with that one. I am damned. For this reason, I need to begin a new life, far away from your phrase. King Horik, Sigurd Ragnarsson, has made a very serious allegation supported by a witness. What do you say in your defence? I do not know this man named Ragnhard. I suspect he is a liar brought by Sigurd, as he seems to have some sort of dispute with Ragnar. At any rate, his testimony is not against me, but against Ragnar. Since he has in no way mentioned me, or shown that I have helped Ragnar in any misdeeds, if this is all that Sigurd Ragnarsson has against me, I ask this assembly for compensation for the insult to my honour. For a few seconds, Sigurd loses composure. The gods know why you were eliminating my evidence and witnesses, when you sent your dog after Atli Eriksson and Ulf Thorisson. This man was with Ragnar. You can testify that you were involved. Say Ragnar is a liar, blinded by hatred for me, it is his word against mine. First of all, Ragnar's first master was third, not the Jarl Kenmir. Let's try and use our persuasion, I think. Okay, we worked. Ragnar betrayed his first master, Theodred, and now he betrays me. Would any man keep a known enemy in his herd? And just demonstrated that he cannot be trusted. Now, this is a very delicate matter that may affect the stability of the kingdom. The judges shall retire to deliberate for a moment. You watch as the judges get behind the big rock before entering a heated discussion. All around you, everyone engages in energetic conversations. Some Jarls support King Horik, others Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson. This assembly may either be the solution to civil war or the trigger to start one. It depends on the judge's decision. You realise that no one approaches you. Everyone avoids you like the plague. You are aware also that no one gave you the opportunity to present the full case of the abduction of your mother. You feel that you've not been more than a piece in a game of something or other between the powerful men of Denmark. Judges are slow to come to a decision. You are not sure how much time has passed, but it seems it takes them very long. Many men around you have decided to sit on the ground, and there are even merchants distributing food and mead. Ragnhard remains in the same spot, silent and without moving a muscle, as if carved in granite. Egil doesn't look at you either. He is among the men around King Horik, advising and encouraging him. Finally, the judges return from behind the large rock. Odin! Something or other, Odin Sagantal. Far of the gods and the Skydlings, we elected by our peers, call upon your wisdom to guide our words. May our judgment reach your ears. May those who do not comply with it be punished by hell. We have decided the following. In the case of the death of Olvir Whitehair, this assembly rules that Ragnar acted in self-defense and declares him innocent. Phew. What? This is not justice. This assembly pisses on the grave of my brother. Sigmund Ragnarsson pushes Sven back and takes the floor. Sven Bolneck accepts the decision of the assembly. Well, the assembly has spoken. For gods and men, this quarrel has ended between these two men. Odin, Thor and Frey have heard what is here decided. May they punish any who do not fulfill their oaths. Regarding the case of the witness called Ragnhard, who has been accused of lying, the gods must decide his culpability. As the accusation is grave, this assembly has decided that Ragnar and Ragnhard will engage in a holmgang, a duel to the death, on the island called Short within 6 days. 2 will go, but only 1 will return. If one of them fails to show up, he will be declared a thinker, coward, less than a man, and this will be told by skalds and messengers to all men in Denmark and abroad. Accept the decision of the assembly. Accept the decision of the assembly too. I'm no liar, but I regret having been a traitor. I'm very sorry, Ragnar. Well then, this assembly is over. The important men of Denmark will come get you and take you to the shore island to face your opponent. Odin, Thor and Frey have heard has here been decided. May they punish any who do not fulfill their oaths. This assembly has also decided on the last major issue. The accusations and insults between King Horik and Jarl Sigurd can cause serious damage to Denmark. Therefore, this assembly of free men, which is above Jarls and Kings, and answers only to the gods, has decided that a reconciliation between the two must occur. King Horik will give Jarl Sigurd a position on his council and among his most beloved men. Moreover, King Horik will pay 15,000 pennings in compensation for all the efforts made by Sigurd in organising the expedition. Clears his throat. In return, Jarl Sigurd shall remain by King Horik, advising him and not leaving Denmark. Therefore, Jarl Sigurd Ragnarsson must relinquish control over the fleet that shall receive his brethren. This fleet will be led by 2 other men, Sven Bolneck on the part of Jarl Sigurd and Harald Haraldsson on the part of King Horik. The fleet will depart for England in a few days without further delay. And furthermore, our decision that Ragnar shall join as advisor of Harald Haraldsson, as long as the gods give him the victory in the holmgang. Otherwise, Egil takes Ragnar's place on Herd. One or the other shall meet with me in the mead hall of Ribe once the holmgang is over. The judge takes the floor. He shifts his gaze from one party to the next until his eyes rest on you. The assembly representing the gods of freedmen of Denmark has spoken. 2 parties, right? King Horaric, Jarl Sigurd. I accept the judgment of the assembly. I will fill my part as has been decreed. I swear that I will uphold and enforce it. King Horaric quickly accepts more control over the actions of Jarl Sigurd. Sigurd Magnusson shows no sign of either satisfaction or dissatisfaction. I also accept the decision of the assembly. I swear that I will uphold and enforce it. Odin, Thor and Frey have heard what has been decided here. May they punish anyone who does not fulfill his oath. This assembly has ended. Everyone may leave now. In a setting reminiscent of times past... Oh, we've already read that bit. And we'll leave. We'll ignore the declarations of war because it's got nothing to do with us. Okay. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's live stream. Again, I cannot apologise enough for the late start. As I explained at the start of the stream, something did crop up. Now, however, tomorrow is a little different. I'll be playing this War of Mine. Now, this War of Mine has been around on Steam for quite some time, but I've recently bought it in the Steam sales, and I will be playing that for the first time tomorrow. So be sure to check it out if that is your sort of game. My Steam schedule for the rest of the week is also up on my Steam group, so feel free to check that out. If you haven't done already, guys, by all means, leave me a follow on Twitch. I've also got Twitter, Facebook, and other forms of social media, and hopefully I will see you soon. If I don't see you beforehand, have yourselves a great week, guys. Take care.